Good morning, everybody. This is Eureka John at Eureka Street Crypto Hub, broadcasting live at 5:25 in the morning, May 3rd, 2021, and from Leander, Texas. Yeah, that's where I am. I'm kind of halfway here this morning. Had a busy weekend, and but I'm still here, still doing it, making sure I'm getting up, doing the daily morning show routine. So this is almost 3 months in a row every single morning, but I've been broadcasting this show since the October 20th, 24th, 2020. I'm halfway here. And how you doing, Nefea Bekafande? Nice to see you this morning, and thanks for jumping on. I'm broadcasting live on Theta TV, if you did not know that as well. And I'm on YouTube, I'm on Odyssey and Library, BitChute, BitTube, and Float.app, and then of course on Twitter here. So let's get started. This is my crypto show. I'm not some kind of financial advisor or any professional in any way, shape, or form. I'm not some kind of teacher. I'm just a dude doing a video blog on his crypto experience. So some of my opinions may be right, some might be left, some might be completely out of this world and cockamamie stupid. But it is what it is, and thanks for all your feedback and opinions on my opinions. All right, that being said, let's take a look at CoinGecko and see what the deal is. All right. Got Brave popping up ads for me to click on so I can earn that BAT token, which has been a good deal. I've actually got a good chunk of BAT tokens over the past couple years from building up. So I've sold some off for Bitcoin and stuff like that, and I still have a nice bag of BAT. So hey, it all works out, and it was all free. So just the cost of me clicking on some ads, and you can adjust those settings in the Brave browser too. And it's a private browser, and it's not Google. So keep that in mind. You might want to switch browsers, and then for your search engines, Startpage is a good search engine right here. It's not Google. It's not Google. What it does is the algorithms tell you what they think that you should. That what they think you're looking for and what they think will be helpful to you. No, Startpage does not do that. Neither does DuckDuckGo, so consider that as well. If you don't even care about your own privacy, then at least care about hopefully getting some objective responses to your search inquiry. So privacy is getting ever and ever more important in general with the increase of our surveillance state. But in blockchain technology, there are a lot of privacy projects coming up, and things like Pirate Chain and Monero has been around for a long time. There's even a new Dogecoin equivalent of Monero called WowNero that I touched on a couple days ago. And then there's Secret Network. It's basically DeFi on private. It's a DeFi project that is private, and so there's a lot of them out there now. Zcash is private, but anyway, Bitcoin is starting to become more private, and this is along with this Taproot upgrade. And if you haven't seen the Taproot upgrade, let me go and see right here. If you've seen what basically amounts to what looks like a what is that game? The old minesweeper game, right here. Then on Twitter, you've probably seen people posting about Taproot and the new upgrade. And right now, all the Bitcoin nodes, they have a way of anonymously voting for Taproot. So Taproot is this upgrade that will allow for more privacy on Bitcoin. It will allow for faster transaction speeds and scalability. But it's interesting, some of these people's observations about it. Let me see if I can find here's one of them. I made a simple page where you can follow the status of the Taproot Speedy Trial soft fork. It shows blocks within the current difficulty period of 2016 blocks where at least 1,814 of them. I can't talk this morning. It's I think all this rain and everything, I got my allergies up, but you don't want to hear about my allergies. 90% must signal for for Taproot for the fork to be locked in. So 90% of them. But let's take a quick look here. It shows blocks, okay, and let's see here. So, question, apologies, already if it popped up earlier. What's up with the percentages? Why is one signaling block 1% and 98 non-signaling blocks 5%? Let's see here if anybody replied to this. It would be useful to have a projection going forward, so only calculate percentages of signal versus non-signal, always adding to 100%. I don't know, man. So yeah, so I'll dig in here to this Taproot in a second. I have some interesting web pages because I was like, what in the hell is this Taproot? And if you're coming here looking for somebody that's professional to teach you, you're in the wrong place, brother or sister. So I'm looking just as much as you at a lot of this stuff, and this is my time in the morning to do it. So yeah, guys, literally only one thing, and it's Taproot, and it's this upgrade to Bitcoin. So that being said, let's take a quick look at the market. Bitcoin's sitting at 58,565, and Ethereum right when I was going to bed around 8:30 or 9 o'clock last night. Yeah, I go to bed that early because I'm an old man. Ethereum hit $3,157.65. So it hit that 3,000 mark and surpassed it by $157.65. So good for Ethereum. I'm glad for Ethereum. I'm a follower of Ethereum. Ethereum is one of my top 4 token holds. It's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, and Theta are my top 4. And so I'm obviously super stoked about this. And yeah, so we'll see how long this lasts, if it sticks, and hopefully it does. But I mean, honestly, by end of year, I see people talking about Ethereum being at 10K. I don't know, but I wouldn't doubt it, honestly, with all these upgrades coming up, Ethereum 2.0, the sharding and roll-ups about to happen. The flash bots have helped the gas prices. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff going on in Ethereum, and DeFi is coming back, making another surge, and most of DeFi is on Ethereum. So, and there's ever more cleaner and faster and scalable and easier to use DeFi products coming out, and the DeFi products already out there are already making amazing upgrades like Aave and Compound. So yeah, we'll see. Binance Coin 632, 638. In a way, Binance Coin has facilitated this growth of Ethereum. I've been seeing some kind of accusatory tweets by various people, but a notable one was by Junko. Let me see here. Well, first of all, she said if you aren't wealthy, you're not allowed to use Ethereum's base layer, which is Ethereum. There's layers on top of it like Loopring and Matic, but Ethereum purpose to serve as a blockchain for Chainlink Oracle. The DOT, ADA, which is Cardano, Binance Smart Chain, and Tron are cheaper and scalable and meant for adoption. ETH is for price speculation, large transactions, and Link Oracle provider. So yeah, Link, what she's basically saying is that Ethereum is supposed to be used by large, wealthy people, and I guess that kind of defeats the initial vision of Ethereum by Vitalik Buterin to become something that is very democratic and decentralized for all. But just because of the cost of using it, it's kind of not been that way. It's obviously banks and institutions don't really care about paying some gas fees, but the individual like you and me do. So it has been the case in which Ethereum has kind of created its own little glass ceiling, in which chains like Cardano and Binance Smart Chain and Tron have come in and filled the gap a little bit, and Zilliqa and stuff like that, and now Theta as well. But none of these are Ethereum killers. So yeah, I mean, everything will find its place in its niche, and then all the chaff will get shaken out here, I believe, in the near future. But anyway, what my point was about Binance Smart Chain is if Binance and this CZ, Changpeng Zhao, did not take the countermeasures for the extreme gas prices by Uniswap and Ethereum front-running miners and Sequoia Capital crooks, do you think Sequoia Capital Coinbase cares if you keep your ETH tokens on exchange or pays miners $50 to move $1? So basically what Junko was saying is saying that there was some kind of racket going on with a lot of very wealthy people surrounding Ethereum, and keeping the Ethereum gas prices high so they could pocket your money. I don't know if that's true or not. It's highly speculative, but you know, it makes sense. And then here comes along Changpeng Zhao of Binance. I previously have not really liked or cared for the Binance smart chain, but that's only because I'm in Texas and it's kind of a pain in the butt for me to use it because of regulatory structures. But overall, Binance Smart Chain has been a smooth experience for me. It is a direct copy of you know, the Binance Smart Chain wallet is a direct copy of MetaMask. I mean, they haven't even changed the names of the extensions in there, but you know, that's kind of what you know. Yeah, I hate to sound stereotypical, but it's kind of what Chinese companies do. I used to work at trade shows, and the Chinese companies would come and take photos, and then next thing, a few months later down the road, you would see your product being made to the T, exactly back engineered by a Chinese company. But you know, that's not always a bad thing. That is exactly how the Roman Empire took over and became the top empire, as they took the best of all the technologies and cultures around them and found their strengths and then combined them all and used all their strengths in their Roman Empire. They did this with the Phoenicians. They had no idea how to sail the Mediterranean Sea, but then they saw the Phoenicians doing their deal and over in Carthage with all their amazing ships. So they decided that they were going to steal a ship, and they built their own ship, and then suddenly the Romans became a seafaring powerhouse. And in a lot of the same way, I see a lot of these Chinese companies doing the same thing with some of these blockchain companies like Binance Smart Chain has done with Ethereum. So lessons to be learned through history. Never forget your history. So good or bad, whatever it is, don't ever forget your history. And that could be something that could be applied in various ways right now. So anyway, let's get back to the top 10. XRP, $1.59. Tether, sitting at $1 because it's a stable coin, because it's Tether. Dogecoin, 38 cents. All these Dogecoin people are super happy because Dogecoin's up 53.1% in the past 7 days. Oh, so yay for Doge people and stuff. I used to hold Doge. I made a decent little chunk of money on Doge, but I'm not into this space just to speculate. I really am in it for the tech. I like tech stuff. You know, I liked discovering web development languages back in the day, and nothing has changed. And you know, I can't really code that well, but I like the idea of it all, and I like learning about it. So, which is why I'm doing this video blog, to learn about a lot of the different things that a lot of these projects do. And yes, I have come across some scams and some vaporware and stuff like that. But overall, I've learned about some really cool projects and technologies and philosophies of life, and you know, game theory and you know, economics and everything through cryptocurrency. So yeah, it's not all for want. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Okay, so Cardano is up 24.6% to $1.35 in the past 7 days. You notice I'm going off of the 7-day marker, not just a 24-hour marker, because I think a lot of people are too short-sighted and they don't even zoom out a week sometimes. So when in doubt, zoom out. Always zoom out. With everything in life. So Polkadot's at 26.3%. Uniswap is 29.2%. Bitcoin Cash is 34.5%. Yeah, if you zoom out, you kind of see why. If you zoom in, you kind of see how, right? If you want to know the mechanics of something, zoom way in. Anyway, Litecoin is 24.4%. And yesterday I mentioned in my Komodo video that the Komodo blockchain is now doing their delayed proof of work notarizations. Instead of on Bitcoin, they're now doing it on Litecoin, which I think is pretty cool. It should eliminate some of the gas costs for Komodo. It should eliminate some of the traffic off of Bitcoin. And I mean, I don't think Komodo chain was really causing any traffic. But yeah, it should make things a little bit lighter on every side. Litecoin is also a very, very secure blockchain, and it's, you know, not gonna, 51% attack is not gonna happen on the Litecoin blockchain. So you don't have to worry about any 51% attacks with that. So yeah, Komodo chain is using Litechain now instead of Bitcoin, if you're interested. And yesterday I did a huge long video, an hour and 8 minutes on Komodo. Honestly, I went back and listened to it. It was absolutely boring. So sorry guys if I didn't really represent you well or whatever. But I'm not doing this for anybody else, and I'm not shilling any projects. I'm learning just as much as you are. So I basically went back and listened to my hour and 8 minute long learning process about Komodo. And you can too. If you could really sit there that long, more power to you. You must really love Komodo or me. So, all right, that being said, Chainlink is sitting at $40.44, and it's up 28.9% in the past 7 days. There's a lot of stuff going on with Chainlink right now. With Mixicals adding security, I believe it's called DECO, then with Chainlink, hybrid smart oracles, which is coming into play and being implemented with Chainlink White Paper 2.0. So and then staking should become available soon, and once staking is available, then Link Pool will basically bring the masses in to be able to stake onto the Chainlink Oracle system. So interesting stuff here. And then down here I really follow Theta Network right now. Theta Network is kind of in a lull up until June 30th, when the Theta 3.0 mainnet will be pushed out, and then we should probably see a huge surge in a lot of things, Theta, sorry, I can't talk. So yeah, but right now 1127 I believe is still a good buy. So yeah. And then somebody commented yesterday about BTCST that I talk about quite a bit on here. BTCST is the Bitcoin standard hash rate token. And yes, I do talk about it quite a bit because I like the token. They said that they bought in at like $80, 200 of them, and now it's down to like 70, 210 or something. They lost a bunch of money and they weren't happy about it. And I understand, you know, and like losing money sucks. And when you buy a token, then it goes down and it doesn't really do much. That sucks too. I've had it happen to me several times. But I bought this token back in January, and since then it went through a 10-to-1 split type of thing, and some kind of rebasing adjustment and all that stuff. And somebody would think that I've lost money. In actuality, I've gained a lot of bunch of money on it because I've staked everything that I've bought with this token, and I've just sat on it. I have not done crap with it. You don't try to trade a token like this. This token you stake and you get Bitcoin in return. That's what you do with it. It represents 0.1% terahash of the mining hash power, and you stake it up and you get Bitcoin in return, and that's the purpose of it. You don't try to swing trade something like this, or yeah. So I've done very well off the BTCST token, and I'm sorry to see that somebody has lost money by trying to trade this. So that's why I don't trade. I'm a dollar cost averager guy. I respect and admire the TA people and the traders that can do it, but it's just I'm not cut from that cloth, and I don't think I ever will be. So anyway, let's go back into this Bitcoin Taproot activation. So let's see here, this Taproot upgrade for Bitcoin. So this is the little minesweeper type of block system. These are all the nodes of all the blocks and people who have voted, the green square. So if you go into Twitter and you see people with a little green square on their little Twitter handle, it means they have voted, or they are for voting for this Taproot upgrade. And if you don't follow Documenting Bitcoin on Twitter, I would highly recommend it. It's a really great Twitter account that kind of follows, that documents Bitcoin. That's it. Follow along Bitcoin goes from magic internet money to global reserve currency, one submitted meme and statistic at a time. And you know, they'll follow each little step, and then sometimes they'll do throwbacks of on this day, 10 years ago Bitcoin had a, I don't know, little conference and 5 people were in attendance. The map shows of reachable Bitcoin nodes found in countries around the world. Apparently the Bank of England right here, somebody's projecting Bitcoin logos onto the Bank of England at night. this house sold in Netherlands for 221 Bitcoin. So yeah, here's little JP Morgan's little change of opinion on Bitcoin over the past couple of years. So yeah, follow Documenting Bitcoin. It's a really fun account to follow. And of course, Charlie Munger of Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's little, Robin to the Batman, his little sidekick, basically saying that Bitcoin is terrible and he hates Bitcoin's success. Sorry, dude. You made all your money off of a corrupt fiat currency government system that robs people blind, and you're saying that Bitcoin is terrible. It's only terrible because you don't understand it, and it's taking power away from you. So and then Bill Maher, that comedian, went on TV and talked about how Bitcoin's a pyramid scheme and a scam and all this other stuff. And all the FUD, the more FUD that happens, obviously somebody's doing something right. So I wouldn't worry too much about all this FUD. And I even think all this Bitcoin using all this energy and destroying the environment is complete FUD either, if you compare it to like the Visa system, our entire fiat currency system, the banking system, even companies like Apple and Microsoft. They are using just as much, if not more power, if you do a type of comparison. And I've seen people do these types of studies on the internet, and they put them side by side. I'll have to dig around and look for it. But yeah, and Bitcoin, is, people are using natural resources and hydroelectric power and solar power and things like that to push as power sources for Bitcoin mining. So yeah, things are changing, man, and they're finding more less power intensive ways to go about it. And part of this is in the Taproot activation as well, this Taproot upgrade. So why the Taproot activation proves first of all, the Taproot activation here proves Bitcoin's decentralization. And I thought this was an interesting article too, because it shows that not everybody here is completely on board or even paying attention to voting for this. Now, if this were EIP 1559 for Ethereum in that upgrade, everybody would have jumped on, and it showed everybody was voting almost unanimously for EIP 1559, and it shows that everybody's paying attention to the same news outlets, the same opinions, and all that type of stuff. So yes, it is decentralized, but when you look at something like this for Bitcoin, it's just a lot of randomness here. And it kind of, in a way, this person here postulates that it proves Bitcoin's decentralization. On May 1st, 2021, the first trial to signal Bitcoin's Taproot activation has officially started. The method of choice involves miners and enabling them to either signal their consent to adopt the soft fork or else ignore it entirely. So throughout 2016, throughout 2016, 2100, I will keep wanting to say 2016, not the year, 2016 blocks, approximately 2 weeks, 90% of the mine blocks need to signal Taproot activation in order for the soft fork to get deployed. The beginning appears to be pretty rocky. At a block height of 681,487, only one block out of 80 has signaled the activation. If 202 blocks don't include the Taproot activation data, then the signaling will continue until the first difficulty adjustment on or after August 11th, 2021. This gives us 6 activation epochs that can be used to reach the 90% threshold. If miner activation fails until mid-July difficulty readjustment, then the community is going to look for another way to get Taproot. Yet regardless of the decision, this is bullish for Bitcoin. It proves that the decentralization works, that participants follow their incentives instead of popular opinions among the community, and therefore Bitcoin is censorship resistant. If this happened in Ethereum, it's likely that everyone agreed with the decisions of a handful of others. The support for EIP 1559 appears to be alarmingly unanimous. But this is Bitcoin, and everything gets conducted in a way which allows all participants to voice their opinion. Even the process of determining the way to activate Taproot has been the subject of months-long deliberation. At this point, it's likely that miners find more convenience in the larger size of multisig transactions and other type of on-chain contracts, which Taproot reduces in size and therefore makes the chain more scalable, private, and affordable to use for complex transactions. By activating Taproot, the miners would willingly give up on some fee subsidies for the sake of helping the network improve. Either this or they are taking a Sunday off and don't care much about signaling Taproot. Anyway, this is another proof of Bitcoin's decentralization, and regardless of the way we go forward, let's keep on observing what's going on with the rest of the weekend. There's already a website called Taproot Watch, which I will put all these links in the video description. And so, yeah, anyway, so just what is Taproot? Let's take a quick look at Taproot. Oh, here we go. Miners, Taproot Bitcoin Upgrade Improvement Technology Software. Taproot is basically going to be bringing in Schnorr signatures, and what a Schnorr signature is compared to the current ECDSA signature is an elliptical curve digital signature algorithm. Basically, Schnorr signatures are smaller and faster than ECDSA signatures, and they have the added benefit of being linear, which means Schnorr-based smart contracts can be optimized for functions that ECDSA signatures cannot. So they make the smart contracts more lightweight, and the less code you have going to the block, the lighter weight it is, and the cheaper the transaction it is, the faster it is, and the less bloated the blockchain becomes. When you have multi-sig addresses as well, basically you can see each individual person's, and what a multi-sig address is it's multiple people going on to one smart contract or account, I guess, not really account, but okay, hold on. Multi-sig, jeez, how do I explain multi-sig? Okay. All right, so here we go. Bitcoin Development Hub Blockstream is developing a new multi-sig software, Multisig 2, which will make multi-sig transactions more efficient, cheaper, and more private. Unlike usual Bitcoin wallets, which only require a single signature from a private key, multi-sig wallets require at least 2 or more signatures from different private keys to approve a transaction. So if you have a company using a Bitcoin wallet, and you can have a multi-sig address, or if you have nuclear launch codes, you need a multi-sig address to make sure the president doesn't wake up in a bad mood one day and just wants to nuke the crap out of the world. The idea is to distribute the risk of a wallet among multiple keys and, if needed, multiple parties. Under the current design with the ECDSA contracts, multi-sig transactions record the signature of each multi-sig participant individually. Schnorr signatures, which would be implemented, would allow for signatures to be recorded as one signature on the blockchain, making the transactions more lightweight in data and thus cheaper. So yeah, that's good. And Taproot benefits multi-sig wallets such as Blockstream Green because then using Multisig is cheaper and more private than current multi-sig setups. Blockstream researcher and applied cryptographer Jonas Nick told CoinDesk. Okay, Bitcoin Upgrade will also raise the limit on signers of a multi-sig wallet from 15 to a much higher number. Schnorr-based transactions are more private because, thanks to so-called scriptless scripts, all Taproot transactions have the same digital footprint. That means a single signature transaction and multi-sig transactions look the same on the blockchain under Taproot. So nobody could tell if it were a company or a group of people or just an individual. So it kind of makes it difficult for Chainalysis, and that's good. And it also is bringing in ring signatures, which is what Monero uses for privacy. And I'm sure the IRS and the government and all these people using Chainalysis are absolutely going to love this upgrade. Sarcasm intended. Bitcoin is now going to have a lot more privacy features because Bitcoin was no longer, I mean, it started off wanting to be a privacy coin, and Bitcoin back in the day was kind of a private coin because we didn't have Chainalysis now at the time. But now we have Chainalysis, and the government and the IRS and everybody that wants to can know everything you're doing on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, people saying that Bitcoin is for criminals and money launderers have absolutely no idea what they're talking about because anybody can see that. But anyway, yeah, I mean, criminals and money launderers use dollars as cash just as much, if not more, than any type of cryptocurrency. Anyway, all the software Nick referenced rely on multi-sig wallets to bind market participants in cryptography reinforced rules of engagement called smart contracts. So it is kind of a smart contract on the Bitcoin. Even though people say Bitcoin doesn't allow smart contract, it does allow little smart contracts like the multi-sig wallets. One of these, the privacy protocol CoinSwap is largely considered to be the best success for the CoinJoin, the currently most popular software for mixing Bitcoins to obscure their transaction history. One shortcoming of CoinSwap's precursor, including CoinJoin, is that such transactions show up as distinctly from normal ones. This makes it easier for blockchain analysis to pinpoint CoinJoins on-chain, thwarting any privacy benefits. Taproot will fix this problem. A good benefit of Taproot is that it also allows scriptless scripts. As you may know, protocols like Lightning Network and CoinSwap depend on the so-called hash time locked contracts. Currently, these contracts are visible on the blockchain. The thing that scriptless scripts allows is for those contracts to also look exactly the same as a single sig transaction. So you can't tell if two people are doing a swap on the Lightning Network or on CoinSwap, and CoinSwap mixes up the address in kind of a ring signature type of way as well. So there's a lot of things going on here. Hash time lock contracts are basically what atomic swaps use when two people swap cryptocurrencies anonymously back and forth to each other, or Lightning Network uses it to create a payment channel to where they can do multiple and a bunch of transactions using only one transaction on the Bitcoin blockchain, and it makes it harder for people to track. So a hash time lock contract is when that is open and somebody submits a transaction and there's a time limit to where the other person can either approve or deny and react to that transaction submission. And if they don't react to that, the hash time lock contract expires, and then the transaction fails and nothing happens. So that's what that is. So what this new Taproot technology does, it allows on the blockchain, you can't tell the difference between a regular old transaction and a hash time lock transaction if somebody opens a Lightning Network channel or not, if somebody's doing something on CoinSwap and mixing them up, if it's a group or an individual. And then there's ring signatures being implemented as well, which mixes up all a group of here we go. Ring signatures give users the ability to prove they own certain coins without having to reveal the public key address associated with those coins. This means someone could prove that they own a certain coin without revealing which exact coin. For example, it could be possible to prove you own at least one Bitcoin, or any amount, by doing a ring signature over all the Taproot unspent transactions worth more than one Bitcoin, yet it doesn't actually reveal which is yours. This has implications particularly for Lightning Network node operators who want to prove payment channel ownership without sacrificing privacy. So Taproot looks like it's going to be a great thing. I guess like they were saying, the only people that would probably not like this are some miners not really getting as much of the income as they previously would have gotten because of bloated transactions on the blockchain. So this is part of a BIP, Bitcoin Improvement Protocol. What number was it? BIP something. Just like Ethereum Improvement Protocol 1559, there's this BIP, Bitcoin Improvement Protocol. Where is it? And basically what that is anybody can propose improvement to a blockchain and a decentralized blockchain. They just have to write it up correctly and submit it to the governance DAO, and then from there people vote yay or nay with the power of their tokens. But I cannot find what number this Bitcoin Improvement Protocol is. Let's see here. BIP 341. Okay, so look up BIP 341. Do that a search engine search for that, and 342 as well, and you can read all about it. So Bitcoin Core 0.21.1 released with Taproot activation code. Hey, what's up, Gaffadan? How you doing? Nice to see you on here. Thanks for jumping in. I'm about to sign off actually though. So that being said, yes, I am about to sign off. I have to get my butt to work and do the Monday morning deal. I'll be happy one day when I can hopefully retire from all this stuff and my real job and focus on specifically on cryptocurrency. I would love to be able to expand all this and move it from just a morning show to something that's actually organized and researched and done meticulously. I do actually have video editing skills that I don't use, And yeah, so maybe actually turn it into some kind of objective news source. But until then, it's just me spouting my random opinions and uneducated stuff in the morning, and just basically talking about projects every couple weeks. So yeah, but hopefully you can retrieve some value from all this. And hit me up on Twitter at EurekaJohn1, on Float app I'm at EurekaJohn, YouTube, leave a comment and a thumbs up. Odyssey, give me that little flame thing. BitChute, give me a thumbs up. And BitTube, I think there's a thumbs up on that too. So yeah. All right, man. Let me know which project you want me to talk about next. All right, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.